Hey everybody, Gabe Jenkins back with you, coming from the CCA, from the College and Career Accelerator, accelerating your future. Hope you're having a great day. We are continuing our series of videos about how do you do SolidWorks, right? How do you use a lot of these tools to create really complex shapes in an ever increasingly cool and interesting way, starting off with very simple shapes and moving to more complex ones. Speaking of which, sometimes you want to draw on things, or you want to make things that are not that use geometry that does not exist yet. Put it like that. So like there's several assignments where I'm going to ask you to make something that is basically one feature that is replicated around in a circle. Whether it's like, think about the teeth on a gear, like all those little teeth. You make one tooth and you want to replicate that around. And we've done this in the AutoCAD environment with our two-dimensional sketches, but you can do the same thing here in SolidWorks. While you're still inside a sketch, you can make a circular pattern around some kind of a central point in a sketch. But what we're here to talk about is, what if you want to replicate a feature, like a three-dimensional feature, around like a cylindrical object, whether it's like a nut or a crown, something like that. So there's a separate video that's called Circular Patterns that shows you how to do that. But as part of that, you have to be able to create an axis, because if I wanted to replicate this little V cutout shape around this circle, SolidWorks doesn't necessarily automatically know exactly where my axis of revolution is going to be. It doesn't know where to spin it around, right? In a two-dimensional world, it's just the dot that's the center of the circle. But in a three-dimensional world, you need an axis. You need a line that everything's going to spin around, okay? So this video is going to quickly show you how to make your own axis. Okay, big build-up. Here's where you go. You got everything ready to go here, and make that a little bit smaller. You got everything to go here. I need to figure out a line that's going to run right through the center point of this kind of cylindrical tube here. So if I go up here to Reference Geometry, and I say I want to make an axis. We've already shown you how to make a plane in a separate video, but in Reference Geometry, I want to make a new axis. So if I click on Axis, it's going to bring me to this dialog box over here. And it's going to ask me, how do you want to define, how do you want to tell SolidWorks what this axis, what makes it up, right? So an axis is a line, which means that it's got to have at least 2 points on it. The line that connects those 2 points is going to be the line that's the axis that you're creating. One way that you're going to do it is a really common way when it's something like this. It's going to be the intersection of 2 planes, right? So let me just show you what this looks like. I've clicked on 2 planes here. I'm going to get into the history of my shape right here. If I click on front plane, it's going to highlight that plane. Now, if I now click on right plane, it shows me both those planes. It says the intersection of those 2 planes is this yellow line right here, which, because I know where I drew my thing, that's exactly the point where I want the center of revolution to be. So that's a quick, easy way to make a new axis if you've designed your shape kind of off of the origin. That's a great thing to do. But say you got some other shape and you just want to make you got this little box over here, right? And you wanted to make a line that connected that top corner to that bottom corner down there, right? You know what? Let me see let me show you this real quick. If you hit suppress, it hides stuff. All right, now that that's out of the way. Say I want to make an axis that goes from here down to that corner there, right? So again, in features, if I go to Reference, New Axis, and I want to pick 2 points, 2 vertices, a vertex, singular, vertices is plural. So if I click that little point right there on the edge, right there, and that little corner down here, it's going to find the line that joins those 2 corners, right? You can see. So I've created a new axis, a new line that joins the top corner up here with that bottom corner down there. And if that's the axis I want, great, cool. There's other ways, as you can see, if you want to create different types of axes, using different reference points, you can do that, right? Totally fine to do. All right, but you're going to need to be able to do that on several assignments, and so I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that you have good luck with that. I'm going to unsuppress this. Suppress means hide, unsuppress means it should show back up, and it does. Okay. Let's unsuppress the cut too. There. Now we know the cut's still there. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Hope this works for you. Give me feedback if you want. Tell me something about the video. Appreciate it.